Yeah.
at the end of the day, and they get comfortable, right? I worked with Carnival Nations for Caravana, right? Sitting there putting beads on
Really?
these bras, right?
What?
But
On brassieres.
well, you know what? On their,
Never mind.
but
Okay,
you know,
got
I get
his
their
attention.
costumes ready because you know people need to see that I'm human and that I'm reachable and I'm attainable. You got to be flexible. I do work Saturdays and Sundays. I work evenings. I work long hours. I'm at CHR1. CHRY 105.5, they're big supporters of me as well. I'm always there handing out tickets and so forth. What do you guys need? Coffee, sugar, whatever, right? Just to get my name out there. It's constant work. But at the end of the day, if I can help a single mother get her credit together in 6 months to a year, get her into a home, no matter how big and how small, I find that most gratifying.
Because it sounds like you've also expanded your offering to financial planning, too. Like,
Yes. Right, just because I had the financial background to do so.
Well, it's a great compliment to the mortgage broker stuff, because really, having a house is a tremendous responsibility.
and pain in the butt
And
at
you
the
need-
same time.
You need to be financially.
Sound.
And I'm here to help as well. I think people get scared, and especially when things happen in life, deaths happen, you lose your job, you need assistance. Don't wait till it's too late. Call me right away, right? There's always a solution, right?
You know what I think is good is that it seems to me that the mortgage brokers are really, like, you know, actually, because I sold real estate, right? So I went through that. That's where I was like doing the mortgage broker. I was going to get my mortgage broker license, right? So, but in those days, mortgage brokers were not, I think, the force that they are today. It was like, you know, you want to get a mortgage, go to the bank, right?
Sure, yeah.
Of course, every real estate broker is also a mortgage broker.
Well, there's a conflict with that now, right?
Is there?
So,
Tell
there
us
is a
about, what is it?
conflict.
What's the deal?
I think because they sell the house as well, they can't necessarily do the mortgage. Like, it's a conflict
But is
of
it
interest.
illegal for them to do so? Because
I think there's some bylaws that I think there's a bylaw against it, just for the simple reason of you're so attached to it, so you're going to make money on both ends. Are you looking out for the client's best interest, or are you looking out for your pocket?
Well, well, you have to.
Actually, a real estate agent has to up 70% of the mortgage,
So
what they would make.
We have our expert in
I used to
residence.
send life insurance agents out to refinance the mortgage
Right.
to save people money, and then it would be reinvested into Universal Life or something like that. But the agent and the broker are two different entities.
Okay.
But to Hugh's point, mortgage brokers expanded their role, if you will, to be an advocate for their
That's what I'm
clients. So,
saying, is
yeah.
that it is more, and you can deal with the person, like you say. You're out there, you're a human being, which is good news, because it's much, you don't want to deal with, when you're dealing with a mortgage broker, you don't want them to be a reptilian, alien, shifting hybrid.
Or adversarial would be,
Or
in one word.
right, that's right. So it's better to deal with Trish here.
And a partner and a
You
coach.
like music?
yes, I do.
Okay,
That's-
okay, good. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's why I've gotten.
You're not a
involved.
singing mortgage broker,
No,
are you?
no. I'm a dancing mortgage broker. I ask any promoter that I work with. I'm a dancing mortgage
Really?
broker. I'm not a singing mortgage broker.
Mm.
Right?
So-
I wouldn't do mortgages if I could sing. I've got looks. If I could sing, you know what? I'd be off the chain. But no.
Yeah.
No.
I could see you on American Idol.
Yeah, so Mr. Simon, whatever his last name is, Cowell, I think his name
Yeah.
is, or something like that. No,
Yeah,
no,
he'd
no.
like you. He would
So-
like you.
But,
So when you were a child, would I have said, oh, yeah, she's going to be a mortgage broker?
I
Was
think
that
you
your
would-
dream?
you know what? My dream was actually to be a lawyer.
Oh,
So
Wow.
what happened was when I started working for TD, I just came out of university, so I needed health and dental pretty quickly, and as a teller, you could get that. And I was starting to do my LSATs and so forth, and it just happened that I didn't pass the LSATs. I was like 12 points away or something like that.
You don't want to be a lawyer anyway.
Yeah.
And well, I want to be a corporate lawyer, so it's just as lucrative. So that was I did political science at York University, so that was my goal in life. Like from 15 out, that's what I wanted to do, and it didn't work out that way, right? So when I became a manager, I was like, okay, then I'm going to go for my MBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I got bored of it. 6 months they had to keep me doing stuff. So I did a lot of TD Canada Trust. I did a lot of their bank acquisitions and mergers and so forth. So merging branches and so forth. That became my specialty and so forth. Then I'd be like twiddling my thumbs on board. And
So
I
now
went to
this is-
CIBC, and then I was like, okay, enough of this. Right?
So really, your job really, I'm guessing, you can correct me, but really you're just interacting with people a lot, you're going to these events, because, going to, even the events are fun and you're doing stuff. It's all developing and maintaining those relationships with people and getting people out there to know about you so that they know when it's time, they know who to call.
Oh,
Right?
definitely. And you know what? Also putting their finances in order, putting their house back. I helped a previous client get her home back after the bank put the locks on it.
Wow.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
now that's
That's
customer
worthwhile. And
service.
that's service. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real service.
That's just like, and they have to, at the end of the day, a client could take my advice and not follow it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I'm here to help. You either follow the advice or you don't. It's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your destiny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
so. You mentioned, everybody. There's a mortgage for everybody in every
Yes.
situation. So, do you work with a lot of private lenders?
I work with private lenders, yes.
And how is the money? Is there a lot of money out there right now for mortgages?
You know what? It depends on your drive in life, right? Depends on your determination. There's money everywhere. You just got to go get it, right?
Yeah.
There's a price. There's a price.
Right. So,
But who cares?
Well, 30%, please.
Come on.
well, no, privates can't go above 14, right?
Oh, they can't.
They're not supposed to go up.
So then they get it in fees.
There are privates where it's 16, 17%, but that's going up to 90, 95% and so forth. You don't want to go any higher than 85%, right? I don't recommend a big chunk. Refinance the first.
So it could
And
be a
so forth.
short-term solution. Once you're
It
getting
is supposed to be a short-term solution because the whole point is to rebuild you and bring you back over to a lender like a TD or a Scotia
Yeah.
or Merrick's or what have you, right? Where you get optimal rates, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then do you work with a lot of agents, real estate agents as well?
Yes,
Like,
I network
so-
with a lot of real estate agents, lawyers, you name it, insurance brokers, accountants. It's got to be one-stop shop,
Yeah.
right? Because at the end of the day, well, okay, I don't have a lawyer. Okay, well, we've got a lawyer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a realtor. Okay, well, I have a real estate agent for you.
And
Someone
plus-
that represents you.
and from their point of view too, because sometimes a real estate agent is working with the client.
Yes.
Client needs a mortgage. Well, he's not a mortgage broker, but if he's working with you, then he is that one-stop
Yes.
shop, right?
Everybody wants to close the deal and make their client happy, right?
Yeah.
And make money at the same time. So,
And enjoy the experience because often it's such a scary thing.
for first-time home buyers, it's a lot of hand-holding, and then it's a lot of hand-holding when you got a correct credit too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what part of town do you work in?
I'm basically GTA area, so I go wherever the business goes.
Yeah.
Scarborough, Markham.
Yeah.
I went to Wilfrid, Ontario the other day.
Wilfrid, where's that?
Somewhere in Timbuktu, past Newmarket.
Yeah, I've never heard of Wilfrid.
Brampton, Mississauga, you name it. Wherever the business is, I basically go. I don't lend in Quebec though.
Why not?
They have different policies and
Who
criteria.
told
so-
you not to? Is it the Illuminoids?
No, Quebec has different lending private. Yeah, even with
Yeah.
banking, it's a little different.
Really?
So if they're Ottawa right here, not a problem. But if it's like
Gatineau.
right over, no.
Forget
It's
it.
Yeah. So
And what's happening with the market? Are we going up or down, or where's interest rates going? And
you know what? Interest rates are phenomenal right now. 2.74%.
Are they going up? What's the
They're,
scuttlebutt?
what they're forecasting, and I always say forecasting is June, July, interest rates are going up. Harper wants to reduce
Destroy the
amortization to 25% and do 3% down payment, which doesn't help people. You're going to cause a lot of trouble for people. You know what I mean? I
But that's
don't
what he
think
wants
it's
to do.
wise. Of course, keep the rich rich and the poor poor, right?
You think?
So, but that didn't come out of my mouth.
No.
I was thinking out loud there.
Yeah.
But appraised values are starting to go back up. Interest rates are phenomenal. You've got prime at 2.25%. So the economy is slowly coming back up,
Yeah.
right?
It
It's
seems-
slowly coming
yeah.
back up.
What's the longest term you can get now these days?
25 years.
Term?
Yeah.
I don't mean amortization period. I mean term.
25 years.
25-year term.
But that's our posted rate.